Is on the USS Milwaukee, which remains in port at Guantanamo Bay tonight after a regularly scheduled port visit. The Navy right now not specifying how many sailors were infected, just that all crew members were vaccinated. They are working right now to determine the variants.
Sam Brock starting us off from Miami. Sam, thank you. To the White House now and that decision to lift the travel ban from those 8 African countries. Monica Alba joins us. Monica, why did the CDC advise the president to lift those restrictions right now?
Well, Kristen, President Biden placed restrictions on those countries last month based on recommendations from his medical team to give the U.S. more time to figure out how Omicron spreads. Now that they understand the variant better, the CDC advised the president to end the travel pause since vaccines are considered the best protection and the strain is already so dominant around the globe. The temporary ban will be lifted December 31st, according to the White House. Meanwhile, the president and First Lady spent this Christmas Eve visiting patients at Children's National Hospital here in Washington, stopping by a local tree featuring Dr. Biden, and calling into a Santa tracker to greet families and check on his progress this evening. Kristen?
Monica Alba reporting from the White House. Monica, thank you. Across the globe now, the Christmas traditions so many hold dear are on hold once again, from Windsor Castle to the Vatican. Molly Hunter reports.
In cities across the world, the Christmas spirit is in high gear. From Venice to Berlin and to Paris, where Santa is bubbling away. But in Thailand, a reminder that it's not all jolly. Santa coming in on elephants, handing out masks and hand sanitizer. In Bethlehem, the self-proclaimed capital of Christmas, this is the second year without tourists, but locals holding on to the essence of Christmas.
Christmas is to think of others. Christmas is to love each other.
And across Europe tonight, Christmas is beginning to look a lot like 2020. Omicron is surging in the UK. The government estimates 1 in every 45 people were likely infected with the strain last week. And a new poll estimates 1 in 6 Brits have canceled Christmas party plans because of the variant, including the Queen, skipping her traditional Sandringham Christmas, instead opting for a quiet day at Windsor. As cases spike, the Prime Minister encouraging everyone to get boosted.
Getting jabbed, not just for themselves, for ourselves, but for friends and family.
And in Italy, where cases are also rising, the Pope delivered his Christmas Eve Mass to a crowd restricted to 2,000, a fifth of the pre-pandemic gathering.
Pax Vobis.
With a message urging the faithful to remember the neediest. Molly Hunter, NBC News, London.
Well, back here at home, 29 million people are in the grip of dangerous weather across the West. Heavy snow, mudslides, and deadly floods are prompting urgent evacuations in some areas. One governor even declaring a state of emergency lasting into the new year. Steve Patterson has the very latest from Los Angeles.
The weather outside is frightful, making travel treacherous out west as parts of the region reckon with a deluge of rain and snow. In Northern California, heavy rain spawned flash flooding south of San Francisco. 2 died Thursday when their car became submerged.
It's absolutely terrible.
The nonstop rain sparked mandatory evacuations in parts of burn-scarred Southern California, a power line toppling, trapping dozens of residents in their homes.
For folks that want to leave, we're going to do our best to get them out.
Mud devouring backyards.
We've got about 3 or 4 feet of mud up against the house.
In Washington and Arizona, heavy snow. Roads shut down for hours. Thursday in Wisconsin, twisted metal after a semi-trailer slid on ice and burst into flames, causing a massive multi-vehicle pileup. Authorities say somehow no one was killed. This as the Pacific Northwest braces for a surge of wind, snow, and freezing temperatures. The winter storm system could bring 2 to 3 feet of snow to the Cascades and dump 6 inches in Portland. Oregon Governor Kate Brown declaring a state of emergency all the way through early January. A storm sparking concern for a dangerous holiday weekend on the road with a little joy sprinkled in.
Stay home and enjoy the holiday.
Steve Patterson, NBC News, Los Angeles.
Well, all that rain and snow is putting a dent in California's historic drought. It is a welcome relief for farmers, but is it all enough to save California's hard-hit wine industry? Guad Venegas reports from Napa Valley.
This is America's premier wine-growing region, famous for its beautiful hillside vineyards and some of the most expensive farmland in the country. But like the rest of California, this past growing season, Napa Valley suffered through the state's driest rainfall year in more than a century.
How serious is this drought compared to other years?
This is as serious as I've seen it.
At Beckstoffer Vineyards, Jim Lincoln had to run operations with some reservoirs practically empty.
Dried out.
Tonight, the holidays colliding with COVID again. Chaos at the airports.
Good evening, I'm Amna Nawaz. Judy Woodruff is away on the NewsHour tonight. Grounded. Thousands of flights canceled this Christmas Eve as the Omicron variant leads to airline staffing shortages. Then, new frontiers. And now to the analysis of Brooks and Capehart. That is New York Times columnist David and Jonathan Capehart, columnist for the Washington Post. Welcome to you both. Good to see you this Christmas Eve. Gentlemen, I don't need to tell you, Omicron is now the dominant strain in the U.S. It is spreading like wildfire. We know the president has been facing some tough questions about why the U.S. wasn't better prepared. I want to play for you just a quick soundbite. Here is how the president answered that question in an interview earlier.
Sometimes my mind goes kind of crazy about skiing. And I ask myself, what if? My mind goes kind of crazy about skiing. And I ask myself, what if?
Technique. I made my debut in '86 with a melody in the President's mix, and now I stay on target and refuse to miss.
video in various cases. Dozens of cases are happening at once. And when CNN saw this video, we sued the Justice Department, and this week, DOJ released this video. But it's quite extensive, Poppy, and it does give you that one look from a place where Capitol Police did an incredible job holding that line, not letting anybody in from that point.
Jess, explain to our viewers, because it's interesting and important to understand the grounds that a media organization would sue on for the public to be able to see this.
Right. Well, you know, court proceedings, they are public proceedings. These, in normal times, non-COVID times, are when people would be allowed into the courtroom and they'd be able to see this. So by virtue of that fact, this is
the Digital Concert Hall. Our Berlin Philharmonic Family Concert this year is called Jingle Bass Rock, and it features the lowest instruments of the orchestra like you've never heard them before. But they would also like to play the tune now and then, so they are hoping that Santa will bring a melody for Christmas. But will Santa find the Philharmonie? Tune in on December 5th at 11 a.m. Berlin time to find out. See you then.
Lieber Maestro Meta, wie immer, wenn Sie kommen, ist das ein Fest für unser Orchester. Unser Ehrenmitglied kommt nach 60 Jahren immer noch regelmäßig zu uns und wir freuen uns einfach, dass Sie wieder da sind.
Ich freue mich. Jedes Mal ist eine Lehre für mich, eine Inspiration. Aber vom Anfang an, muss ich sagen, von Anfang an. Jetzt ist wahrscheinlich der dritte Generation vom Orchester, das ich dirigiere.
Sicher. Ja. Ich selbst bin jetzt ungefähr die Hälfte dieser Zeit im Orchester. Seit 30 Jahren
Wirklich?
Durfte ich Sie auch schon erleben. Für Sie ist das ja eine sehr kurze Zeitspanne nur.
Aber ich auch kann nicht vergessen, unsere Zusammenarbeit vor ein paar Jahren, wo Sie Don Quixote gespielt haben. Hier und im Japan.
Ja, das war für mich natürlich eine große Freude und Ehre. Aber wir wollen natürlich heute über etwas anderes sprechen. Ich möchte noch eine kleine Episode erwähnen. Ein guter Freund von mir reiste zufällig vor 2 Jahren etwa mit ihnen zusammen im Flugzeug, saß neben ihnen und er sprach sie einfach an. Das war nach dem Programm mit Martin Grubinger hier. Und sie haben sich sehr nett mit ihm unterhalten und er war so begeistert, dass der große Maestro Mehta mit einem wildfremden Menschen im Flugzeug sich so nett unterhält. Und als ich ihm erzählte, wir werden dieses Gespräch führen, sagte ich zu ihm, was soll ich Mehta denn fragen? Und dann sagte er, frag ihn, warum ist er denn so nett? Warum sind Sie so nett immer als Mensch? Das ist die Frage, die ich Ihnen stellen soll. Und
das kann ich nicht. Ich bin nicht so. Manchmal verliere ich meine Geduld auch. Wir sind gesegnet, dass wir leben mit Meisterwerken seit jetzt, Sie haben erwähnt, 60 Jahre. Auch mit das anderen Teil meines Lebens, wo ich in Amerika Musikdirektor war und jetzt so viele Jahre in Israel, jetzt in Florenz. Die Musik bringt das, die innere Ruhe wächst und